Hi, I'm back again today. I know a couple of times I promised I was coming back, but today I'm actually doing it. I was outside filming and I noticed that the sky was becoming whitewashed. All of a sudden, cars were coming down the road when I was trying to film, and planes were starting to go over, and normally, no. So the temperature dropped. I went and got a sweater, put my jewelry on that I just left on the counter. I'd never put them on. I wear this stuff actually for a reason. This is orgonite or orgone energy, and it actually works with your biofield and puts like a shielding around you. All it does is enhance what you already have, and it protects you from electromagnetic whatever's coming in through 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and then of course the notorious 5G that will be coming to your home soon. And I'm telling you, let's talk about this 5G. 5G is being implemented now. It's being structured to go everywhere. And you have to wonder, I've done a little research on 5G, and what I found has been quite alarming. For one, it gives you a little bit faster internet or what have you, but there's a lot of problems that it's going to be giving you that really are being swept under the carpet. First off, it's never really been tested. And the people that have tested it, scientists, you can go look them up and look at their research. If they haven't been quailed, which means shut down, they found all kinds of horrific things. There's doctors coming out now that's saying that the places that they did implement small parts of 5G, people are coming down with oxygen deprivation, which it's actually, there's a name for it, some kind of name for it, something xeno or something like this, disease or something. Basically, because your body cannot get enough oxygen. It's like being at 10,000 feet, like at Mount Everest or something, or maybe even higher. And you simply can breathe and you're not getting the oxygen. You're literally being starved of oxygen. So this 5G is doing this to your body where you can't get oxygen. And it's like, oh my, I think the whole world should know this. I mean, I think it's important, don't you? If I'm going to be slowly suffocated, I think that my internet isn't worth me dying over. Suffocating. Horrific. So I started watching some of the interviews of the doctors who are qualified, who have lost their jobs for coming out and saying stuff about it. I'm looking at the sneaky tactics of the cabal, which are all Archon-driven to implement this 5G. And I'm looking at the serums with the nanotechnology being inserted into the serums. And they're labeled as heavy metals, but we need the heavy metals in the serum to make it work. That's a bunch of crap. They'll say anything. I guess the bigger the lie, the more you'll believe it, because nobody could possibly lie that much. Yeah, that's the philosophy that they're having. If we tell a big enough lie, then of course you're going to believe it, because nobody would believe such a horrendous thing could be happening. Because if I can't do it, then I don't expect anybody else could do such a thing either. Well, yes, they can. If it means the chance of you ascending and getting out of this, or you staying here and we have to kill you so you can reincarnate back into this, you're going to be killed, because you know what? They don't want you to go. They're feeding off of you. If they can stick you back into the reincarnation trap, well, there you go. They will do it. But I digress again. Yeah, we'll have to talk about the reincarnation trap and how that was all put into place, and I'll probably have to do that on a different separate video. But I want to go back to this 5G and how this nanotechnology will actually work with the 5G. From what I'm understanding, when I look into things, a lot of times I'm remote viewing and I'm seeing what's going on. Sometimes I'll hear things, but mostly I see things. And it looks like to me when I go and look at these things, it's like when they start the 5G, like right now in America, they are canceling people's services, blaming it on other family members or whatever that have the same last name, saying that, oh, they canceled it. But they're actually putting you into a new contract because they've canceled your old one, it's only to put you into a new contract, and the new contract, which you will not see, states that there are harmful effects of 5G and they are not to be held responsible. And you are agreeing to taking this 5G, which you haven't agreed, you're just wanting your service back. And there you go. It's just a sneaky, underhanded way to get you out of one contract and put you into another one without you knowing that it's about the 5G. Yes, isn't that sneaky? So if you had your services disconnected and they come up with some wild fantasy about how somebody disconnected your service, or even you did, and now that's okay, we'll fix it, and we're going to give you a new service, you've entered into the new 5G contract. You don't even know it. That's what's actually going on today in America. And if it's happening here, it's probably going to happen where you are next, because we seem to be the first country that's taking the brunt of all of the deceit and the takedown. We are getting hit the hardest. For some reason, America, the United States of America, is getting hit the hardest. So we'll see how that works. So the 5G is going to be implemented, whether you like it or not. We need to get this stopped. We need to get this stopped. So if you've got the technology inside of you from the serums, or maybe from chemtrailing, there's two kinds of trailing. There's the geoengineering, which we all know about geoengineering. It's the manipulation of weather. And then there's the chemtrailing. Well, at one time, geoengineering was supposedly on the surface to be so we can change the environment in certain areas and give it more water or less water. It's always and ever been a weapon. It is a weapon. You control the weather, you control the world. I want a tsunami here. I want a hurricane there. I want tornadoes here. Yeah, it's a weapon. Don't let them fool you and tell you that, oh, well, we need to make it better. No, Mother Nature will take care of Mother Nature. Geoengineering, chemtrailing, well, they have their separate agenda. And I might have to put out a whole video just on that. That alone is huge. So let's go back to the 5G. So basically, 5G is the next step into the assimilation process of you and I becoming assimilated so we do not ascend this reality. This ascension has been going on for a little while. We have people that have been coming in, or beings that have been coming in, trying to raise everyone's knowledge and vibration so that we can all make this ascension. And the ascension is, of course, like I said in part 1 of this video, activating your DNA. When that activates, you're going to become a lighter, brighter being with abilities out the yin-yang. Believe me, you want to have the ascension. Do you want to be stuck in this reality where technology dictates to how you live? Because I don't. Nothing will make me happier when the day comes and I no longer need this device in front of me to communicate to you. Because all I have to do is think, this right here, biological machine, has more abilities than that thing sitting in front of me. That is like a third man, like I'm going through a third man to do what I want to do. Well, no, I'm not having it. I want the abilities here where they belong. I want to go somewhere, I'm there. I want to think something about wherever, I'm there. We could do teleportation. We could do levitation, clairaudience, you name it. I want to speak to somebody on the other side of the world. I'll just think about them and we'll have a conversation. Why would I want technology to be the third man for me? If technology rules and reigns, you are under the mercy of technology and they can take it away from you like that tomorrow. If this gets activated, no one and nothing can take that away from you. So I say, stand up. Do something about not taking that serum. Get educated, because education and knowledge, it's the only thing that you have in your arsenal that can protect you. The more you know, the more you're armed. So on that note, raise those vibrations and we'll all come up with a solution. We need to do something about this 5G. It needs to not happen. It will be the beginning of the lockdown. I will add this too. 4G was the weapon because it has wreaked havoc on our world, even if we don't know it. Let me just give you a little thing that 4G has done. 4G puts out waves of energy and their signals, what have you. And since we've had 4G, it has really devastated our ecosystem. I had done a little research and found out that 4G disrupts bees, bats, sea life, certain sea life, anything with an echolocating system. What it does is it puts out these waves and it distorts them. So it gives them like bees or bats or birds, it gives them like vertigo. And they literally just drop out of the sky because it screws them up so bad and then they die. We were having a problem, we still do, with bees, and they couldn't figure out for the longest time, why are bees dying? Well, it's because it's distorting their echolocating system. So bees are very unique. They're born fully adult with whatever they're supposed to do in their little hive. That's all they do. Nobody takes anybody else's job. You're born, you're created to do what you need to do as a bee, and that's your whole life. And I think they only live for like 6 weeks, each little bee. So you have these little worker bees who go out and they're having all of this distortion. With your phones, everybody who has a cell phone, it is also the distortion. So you got a billion phones running around or billions of phones running around. So now you've taken that the wavelength and you're putting it wherever you are with that phone, and you're going into nature, you're going everywhere, and now you're sending out that signal and it's wreaking havoc on anything with an echolocation. So basically, when the bees go out, they're getting distorted, they can't find their way back to their hives, and they're going to the ground because they have like a vertigo going on, which vertigo makes you really dizzy and you can barely stand up if you can, and it disorients you and it'll kill you. It will kill you. If you don't get it under control, you will die from vertigo. That's why all these animals are dying, especially birds, bees, bats. You know, a long time ago, I don't know how many years ago, we had all these whales and dolphins beaching themselves, and people would go out and try to throw them back into the ocean, and they would just swim back on shore again. That was the beginning of the 4G, and it had really wreaked havoc on them because of the echolocating thing inside of them. But this is all researchable. You can find this stuff out. I love researching. So I have a lot of base knowledge and things that have already been researched by accredited scientists, not by government officials, but real scientists. A lot of this stuff is buried. You'll have to dig. And find it out for yourself. But I wanted to put out the rest of the story on the nanotechnology, how it's working, and why the 5G is going to be implemented now, which is to, once everybody has the nanotechnology in them, if they take it in some form, which is through a serum or what have you, they'll probably think of something next to try to get it into your body. And at that point, they can send out the 5G waves and it will activate inside with the nanotechnology in your body. It will be for mind control, it'll be for body control, and it'll be for you not to ascend, which they can keep. You will be chained in so many ways. You might as well just take 1,000 chains, put them all over you, and lock you to the ground, because once they've done that to you, you're pretty helpless and hopeless. I don't know how you're going to have to die to get out of these physical bodies. And then it is what it is. It's horrible. So it's another further enslavement, of course, to keep you here and to keep you food. So, all right, I guess I hope I've talked about everything. I mean, I've got so much information in here. Sometimes it's really hard to get it all out because there's so much of it running around in there. So basically, the first step was to do the 4G. The second step is to do the 5G, and then they've got you. So don't take any serums. I don't care what their excuse is. Our bodies, because we're ascending, yeah, they can help themselves. The pharmaceutical companies would love for you to believe that you need to be on all these medications. That's a lie. That's a lie. Finding out now that most of the medications you're supposed to be on are killing you. They're making it worse, exacerbating it. Some of the Ascension things you will feel is heart palpitation. Your heart's palpitating. It's because you're getting downloads. And it's actually you're ascending. So your little aches and pains and little things like this, well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's part of Ascension, experience. They will last a little while and then they'll go away. Meanwhile, you'll have run to the doctors, gotten 1,000 pills to be on, and exacerbated the problem. So my big thing is eat healthy, get off the processed food, try to stay away from the GMO foods, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. You can have a little bit of meat. It's not going to hurt you. I don't care if someone says you can't have any meat. No, just really limit it, but you need it in your diet. I find that most people need it in their diet. Well, I can't say for everyone, but I can say for me and most people, we need a little meat in our diets. We're still meat eaters. I personally have cut out pork and beef. I still eat chicken, and of course I do seafood. So, but that's personal preference. So you can do what you want. But I suggest you start limiting your meat. Don't be eating 7 steaks, 10 steaks, 20 steaks a week. It's not healthy anyway. So, okay, I guess that's all I'm going to say. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. All right, everybody have a great day. Raise those vibrations. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.